Okay, welcome back to another episode of Elevate with CJ in the Financial Masterclass here. And we're going to be looking at Karl's mortgage calculator today. This is an awesome tool. I love playing with this tool. I play with this thing probably once a month. It does some really incredible stuff. So you just type in Karl's mortgage calculator in the Google and hit search, and it'll pull up right here. It's under Doctor Calculator, is I guess the parent company of Karl's mortgage calculator. This is also something you can download online. They have an app you can download on your phone as well, and so you can have it with you at all times. So let's open it up and see what we got here today. So Karl's mortgage calculator, we've got principal, interest, years, payment. I don't really pay attention to this much up here, but down here you've got your main page, shows your interest, principal, and you'll see that here on this this section here in a little bit. As we begin to fill in some information: property, down payment, principal, interest, terms, payment amount, expenses, total. And so what you can do is, if you're looking to buy a house or if you currently own a house, you can play with this and kind of get an idea of how to pay off your mortgage quicker. And from looking at this, you'll figure out that the banks make a ton of money on mortgages that last the full 30-year term. So let's do $250,000 house. We're going to do that. Down payment, you can type in your own down payment if you've got money saved, or if you put money down, or you can do a percentage. So if you're wanting to figure out what 10% looks like, put it in there, and of course it's $25,000. So interest rate, I'm going to put in here 5.5%. That's around the right rate right now, I think. And then we'll do a 30-year term. And then the start date, which is important, is March 31st, 2025, the day I'm recording this video. And so here you can kind of see your scale. So this is your principal. This is the money that you owe actually on the house, and then this is the interest. So each payment that you make, the total payment right now is $1,277.53, which looks good for now. And the interest, so when you start paying day one, you're paying more interest, and only $250 is actually going towards the principal. As you get out here into year 2043, that's kind of the crossroads where you actually start paying more towards the principal and less towards the interest. So let's say you want to buy this house and you want to see if you can afford it. Well, of course, there's other expenses outside of the loan. So with the Karl's mortgage calculator, you get the advantage of being able to go in and plug that kind of information in there. If you have some kind of generic monthly expense that is not listed over here on this right-hand side, then you can type that in over on this left side. But we're just going to play with this side today. So we got $100 for the HOA fees, annual insurance. I'm in Texas, $3,500. Annual taxes, I'm in Texas, $7,500. And so we've got that in there. And so let's take a look at this numbers up here now. So we got our $250,000 property value, 10% down payment, principal that we're financing is $225,000 at 5.5% over 30 years. Payment before adding in the expenses, the insurance, the taxes, and the HOA fees, which come up to $1,016 a month. And so your total payment per month is $2,294.19. And so you can see that there, and I'm going to show you something very interesting. We're going to go over here to payments. Is it payments? No, summary. Okay, so same information right here, and you'll see payment amounts, everything stays the same on this left side, and it just kind of shows you on the right side here the start date, the end date, the length of the terms, total interest that's paid. So if you bought the house for you financed $225,000, you're going to pay $234,000 back to the bank for interest right there, $234,000. And total payments for buying your house, if you stay in there for 30 years and you make just the regular payment, is going to be $459,000, almost $460,000. And so kind of gives you an idea of how the banks make a lot of money off of us on our mortgage payments. And so that's the total payments there. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to go in here and we're going to add some extra payments or some prepayments. And so we're going to do a monthly prepayment. Let's say you have an extra $100 a month from the beginning. Let's go in there and put $100 a month, and let's see what that saves us. We'll hit enter here. Ding. So why did it not calculate? Oh, starting month. Got to put the month in there. I'm sorry. Starting month 1. Okay. So just an extra $100 a month, and make sure that you check the little box that it says you're applying it to the principal, not the interest, when you mail it in or do it online. So the savings would be, you would say $43,000, almost $44,000 by adding just an extra $100 a month to your principal payment. So let's say you're like most people that I see in my neighborhood. I'm in a newer subdivision, and you get in there and I see them do this. I don't know how many times I've seen this. They move in, they're driving a minivan or an old pickup truck or a Honda Accord, and then like 3 weeks after they move in, they've got a brand new BMW, brand new Mercedes, new truck or whatever. So let's say that instead of buying the new truck, let's say the new truck is, the payment's $500 a month, and it increases your insurance by $100 a month. So instead of buying the new truck, what if we just keep the old truck and keep driving it for as long as we can, and then we buy a newer new to us used truck later on, and we pay cash for it. So that would be $600 a month, $500 plus the $100 for insurance. So if we did that, hey, CJ here, the host of Elevate with CJ. If this video has helped you take one step closer to financial clarity, imagine what 9 weeks of focused mentorship could do for you. Join me at Elevate with CJ, where I help faith-driven leaders and business owners build strong foundations, break through limitations, and create a plan for lasting success. Visit elevatewithcj.com to get started. If we add an extra $600 to the principal payment each month for the next, it's not going to be 30 years anymore, it'll save us $132,000 in interest. So that $60,000 or $50,000 truck is no longer looking like it's a viable investment for my life. Now saving $132,000. So if you go up here to the terms, so now you brought that thing down from a 30-year term to 14 years and 7 months. So reduces the term by 15 years and 5 months. So the house would be paid off in 2039 versus being paid off, I didn't even look at that before, 2055. So you're seeing a huge difference there. Let's say so you can make those extra payments there, and then if you want to, you can go into extra payments here in this section. Let's say you want to do $600 a month starting in month 1, and you're not going to end till the end month, which is going to be 30 years, times 12 equals 360. That's right, 360. So ending in 360. So you're going to pay the $600. It's still going to give you the same, as you can see here, the same terms and everything, but I want to show you something even cooler. So let's say you get a raise 5 years after you've been in the house, and the raise is $200 a month. So you're not going to use that $200 a month 2 years after you've been in the house. That's going to be month 25, and then we're going to run that out to month 360 and take a look there, see what we got. So now with that raise, the length of terms is 12 years and 11 months. Your savings is $143,000. Total payment's $315,000. Your interest is all the way down to $90,000. So did I take out the prepayment in the other one? Yes, okay. Just want to double check that. So if you're moving between these two, got to make sure you remove that prepayment here, because it'll calculate it with this extra payment here on this screen. So that kind of gives you an idea of how the Karl mortgage calculator works. You can play with it, do whatever you want. You can add extra payments. You can add more extra payments. It gives you the ability to do that. You can go down through here and say, I'm going to pay $100 a month starting in month 1, and then I'm going to go to $200 in month 25, and then I'm going to go to $400 in month, let's say 2 years after that, 48, 49. Month 49, ending in, always put 360 just so that it covers the span. And then you can go back and take a look and see where you're at now. So length of terms 15 years, 6 months. That doesn't seem right. What happened? If I added 14, what did it do here? Oh, okay, it was 20 years before that. Oh, okay, because I changed the 600. I apologize. So this is 400. month 49. So now you're making 400. So, and that brings it down to 15 years. So you get what I'm saying here. So I encourage you to use this, go in there and check it out. And then you can also look at an amortization table, which gives you this here full schedule, what your payments look like. So you can see start off with 100, then I add an extra 200 here in month 40 or 25, and then you can see how it comes down. You get up to 700, and then it just goes down. The rest of and it pays off in 2040. So gives you an idea there on the amortization schedule. You've got this here, and then repay kind of shows you how much you're paying in interest over the life of the loan. So I'm going to zero this out so you can see this pie chart without paying anything extra. I'm going to delete these items out, and so you can kind of see. So do I got any extras in there? Prepayments, no expenses, loan data. So you can see here you're paying 51% in interest, 48%, 0.9% in principal. So it kind of gives you an idea of what your payment schedule looks like. And then you can kind of look at annual if you want to see what you're paying it down, how it looks over the life of the loan. And then interest, if you want to look at that, this is just steady interest rate across, how your balance increases and decreases on this screen. So if you go to, let's say prepayments again, and you're going to start at month 1, you do 600, look at how fast you can do that. It does that live while you're in there. So you see that. So you pay $6, you see the blue getting a little bigger. You pay $60, $600, you pay $6,000, and then you get to pay it off in like 2 years, which is crazy. So if you can come up with $6,000 a month, pay for it, you own your house in a couple of years. So if you got that kind of money, then yes, hats off to you. You're winning. Okay, so that is the Karl's Mortgage Loan Calculator. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I hope you've learned something. Please drop a comment in our school section and let others know how you use the Karl's Mortgage Calculator, how it's helped you to make decisions in your life. And once again, let's keep elevating together. Elevate with CJ.